I was on the Stairmaster.
Yeah.
I was going up and down like that, like, you know, going hard, right? And someone called me. It was like the postal service. I've been expecting a package. So they called me, you know, dude, they caught me at the worst time. And I was just like, hello. They probably thought I was in a hostage situation.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we're calling because you wanted to call back for your package. I was like, yeah, an hour ago, like when I wasn't busy.
Yeah.
So he's like, so what's the tracking number? I'm like, 9-2.
What's up, you guys? How you guys doing?
Oh shit, is it already? Oh, what's up, you guys?
How you guys doing, man?
I was. Yeah, we got a timer, right?
Welcome to episode 33.
33. Yeah,
Hey,
we had a timer. I didn't look at it properly. Should we do it?
No, I got it.
Okay,
Shit.
go ahead.
No, ya pa qué, wait. You do the other thing.
Nobody knows who we are unless we do the intro.
Oh, fuck. Welcome to CharroBeans one more time.
One more time is the last one.
For the 33rd time.
33rd time.
We appreciate every single one of you guys for watching and listening to us. You guys have been real, and we love you guys. Yes, even you, Sammy.
That's it?
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
How's your day going, Sam?
You don't have a future in broadcasting, way.
I told you this when you met me.
Right, when I called you up. That's funny because, I don't know if we talked about it on here, but from the moment we started this podcast, and I told Victor, I was like, hey, like, would you be interested? Like, just doing like a podcast, us talking, and you were like, talking?
I'm like, every time I talk in the van, you guys are like, ¿Qué dijetas? Chisvatos.
Yeah, I mean, but you got better. That's good.
I hate it here. I gotta try extra so you guys can understand.
Yeah, that's true. You got to keep in mind, Victor's got an accent, and he's doing his best. So actually, you guys are racist for pointing out that he doesn't talk correctly. You know what? We're gonna file complaints.
I talk correctly. I just cannot execute it as well as you guys.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm not from here, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I've only learned English for like 10 years.
Yeah, technically. Yeah. You're like you are what's the word? You are brand new still. Or not brand new. You're slightly used.
Mint condition.
No, you're not mint. Anyway, guys, welcome back to CharroBeans podcast, a Mariachi podcast, where all your dreams come true. I don't know. We need a tagline. Good for you guys to be back on the show.
Yeah. I guess you got nothing better to do.
Yeah, if you guys have nothing better to do than to watch us sitting in my room and just watching us talk or whatever, that's good though. I mean,
hey, we got a new follower on the Instagram page.
Hey,
DK Mendez, shout out. Thank you for following. Right.
Hey, real quick before we get into it, we reached. I can't even talk either. We reached 600 followers on Facebook.
Bro?
Yeah.
Oh, on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
It's because I only have the Instagram one, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Facebook.
Technically we got 600 on Facebook. We got over 500 on Instagram. We got 200 and something on YouTube, which means, you know what I noticed too? A lot of the views that come on the podcast are from people not subscribed. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I know all the stats. I just found them all. Like it tells you like people, how long they usually watch, you know, the amount of people that actually watch your content that are subscribed and not subscribed, which means people are just flogging to watch and they're like, okay. And then they just don't subscribe. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, it's because sometimes once you watch something from someone's page, when you upload it or whatever, like even though they're not subscribed, it comes on their homepage. So maybe they don't need a field to subscribe.
I guess.
Because it just shows up there.
I guess they watch 5 minutes and like, this is straight trash. And then they delete.
Yeah,
and dislike. I saw some dislikes.
Bro?
And I was like, yeah, on some of them. It's kind of funny because I was like, y'all got nothing better to do?
I mean, you watched it. You know?
Yeah, you watched it. I'm gonna just dislike all of them just to give
right,
so he won't be alone. No, but welcome back to the show. Like I said, we tried our best to get all this content out, you know, on time and weekly new content. So we know we do our best. So
what do you do, man? I'm tired. I want to take a nap. We're taking the extra mile to do this for you guys.
Yeah, for you guys. So
and I'm hungry.
And we're hungry, which we're gonna eat after this for show, because I'm hungry already. Anyway, so You guys, it's funny because last week we it's kind of been a flip flop January because the first week we were like, yeah, there's no work, and then the second last week we are like, oh yeah, it's starting to pick back up, chingon, and then this week they were like, I see,
Yeah, like it goes.
yeah, they were like, so guess what? When we said that we were gonna give you work, we meant this week we weren't gonna give you any work. It's that's how it is. It's flip flop January, so it's like a lot of work, then it's no work, and then it's a lot of work, and then there's like no work at all. So that's what it's gonna be for these next couple of weeks. We're gonna try our best to fill in the time.
Yeah. No pasa nada. Pasa nada, oiga.
No, but I mean it's been like we've kind of talked about this on here. Like it's a good and bad thing. There's always more time to come home and rest, and then
Or see your loved ones.
see your loved ones. You know, like well, my wife's not here. I guess my parents,
Sophie?
my parents, my pets.
Yeah.
They're like, "What are you doing here
Yeah.
up so?" They're like so early. Like we usually chill here.
You're like, now we gotta behave.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Right. For real, they're like, you're usually gone till 2 a.m. What are you doing here? Yeah, oh, I don't know if you've seen that video of like there's like two dogs and they're chilling watching TV, and then they hear the owner coming and they turn off. That's me. That's my cat and my dog. They're both just chilling watching like. They're like watching Breaking Bad right now. They're all into it. And then they hear me coming and they're like, chinga. They get into their cage.
Like, what's so early? I can tell you.
They sneak snacks and everything too. There's like a half-eaten torta. Dude, my cat will do that shit. He'll just eat whatever's on the table. He does that.
Mine doesn't do that. Es que el tuyo fue pobre.
That's true. He grew up on the streets.
Because I would give mine like I don't know, like a little fruit, and she smells it, and she's like, now she's just like, this all you got, bro? And then she walks away.
Really? She's that petty?
She won't eat it.
She won't eat it? Oh, shit. I mean, mine will eat whatever. It don't give a fuck. Like, you drop a Dorito, gone. You drop like a blueberry, gone. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, if it's on the ground, he's eating it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker will eat spiders. He like sees a spider on the ground. He's like, nyam. Eats that shit. He didn't give a fuck, dude. He grew up on the streets, man. I found him in the street, and now he's part of the fam. He's like, I hate it here.
But he still has that instinct of like survival. So he
so he eats whatever. Yeah, and then but I mean that's a good thing and bad thing about like playing gigs. You know, sometimes you'll have a lot, sometimes you have a little bit. So you just kind of have to. It's also budget wise. I know some people like work exclusively in mariachi, so like for them it could be rough. And we talked about it on here with our boss. We're like, sometimes people leave the group or their groups because they're like, this group isn't working out. I'm not making enough, so they'll go to another one. They don't want to work. Either they don't want to work a regular job or they don't have the time for it. They're just straight charros and they're only work specifically in that field. So, I mean, for us, we all kind of have an occupation outside of, mariachi. So, I mean, we're good. But it does feel weird for me to be like home so early on a Saturday or to be coming home and like.
Have all that free time, bro.
O como tú dices, like, I go to the gig, llego pobre y me voy más pobre.
Yeah.
Más pobre, güey.
Except this time, like, llegué pobre y me fui debiendo, güey.
Debiendo? Oh, shit. Fuck. Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you got to put gas to go wherever you go,
Oh, I had to put gas, yeah.
On the way back, you got to, get something to eat or whatever, right?
There's food at home.
And Valentine's Day's coming up, so.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, fuck. I mean.
I'm like, no, es para cubrir los biles y lo.
And my wife's already like, I know I ain't getting shit.
Oh, fuck.
She's like, no, I mean, I try sometimes. It depends. Pues ya le compré todo, güey, pues ya que.
Dang. Unos
I'll just get her some chocolates or something like that.
She just listens to us. See?
And then I eat them. She's like, how many you got? No, it was 30. No, 15 are mine.
Or other 10 missing.
Half and half. But no, but that's the thing about gigs. I mean, they'll go up and they'll go down. I mean, for you had a gig early. No, you do more than I do. But fuiste de maroma.
Yeah, I keep saying, ya no voy a moromear, and then they're like, hey, ¿te la quemas? I'm like, fuck, I need money.
It's because it depends on the situation, right? It's like you say every time, you're like, I'm not gonna gig for anybody else anymore because either the players, they're not as good or whatever reason you may have. But if they get you in a situation where like you always obviously consider what it is. You're like, I could be chilling and then someone texts me, hey, can you do an hour? Like it's here, it's close. Like $50-$60 paid. I'm like, fuck it, I got nothing better else to do.
Yeah.
But then didn't you say every time you go, like you get reminded why you don't like
For real,
going.
dude. Something else happens, and I'm just there like.
That's why I don't do this shit.
Yeah, it's cause I don't know. Like I said, you're not used to it, and you don't want to deal with it. You know, like I deal with you guys because I already know what's coming.
That's true. You become familiar with who you're with already,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like I'm used to this.
Or like I was late on Friday. I think I said I'll be 10 minutes late.
Oh yeah,
and then you guys were cool because I got there with you guys, right?
Yeah. Well, everybody was kind of late except for me. Surprisingly, I pulled in and I'm like, "What the fuck is everyone?"
Yeah. So everyone's used to it when someone fucks up, you know.
Yeah.
But when it's different people, you're kind of like, God damn. Like,
yeah, you kind of feel bad. That's true because I've gone to gigs and they told me a certain time and like I get there late and motherfuckers are all right outside the garage and I'm like, fuck, like this isn't my group. They're not used to this shit. They're all just thinking like, this dude's getting dog, bro. Like 20 menos or whatever whatever it is they do. But you went. What day did you go? Was it a Friday?
It was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday because I know I had a bio class, and then I had to study for a test, which I almost fucking missed, cause okay, so it's a funeral, right? Eran 2 horas.
Was it at the cemetery or?
Yeah, a funeral. So one was at the burial, and then another one at their house. So they were doing this thing too, where they were kind of like mourning at the funeral. And
you're talking about the cemetery?
Yeah.
Because funeral, I'm at the cemetery.
Yeah.
So it was an hour at the cemetery.
And then another hour in their house.
At their house, okay, yeah. I see. So it was 2-hour gig.
Yeah. So like the first hour they were kind of like mourning, right? They were kind of like crying, and then they were asking for songs that was for difuntos.
Yeah, for whoever passed away.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not talking shit, like it's cool with me because I thought I had the time.
Yeah.
Because I got to the house and I'm waiting for them, and no one's getting there, and like another charro got there, right? And it's just me and him, and I'm like, where are these guys at?
What does the other guy play?
Trumpet.
So the trumpet and guitarrón at this point?
Yeah. And I'm like, and I'm just waiting for them. And then like the boss calls me. He's like, hey bro, like I'm sorry, it's okay. I was really hungry and like we kind of stopped by to get tacos. I'm like, estos vatos. Like, all right. Pues
like, you could have asked me for my order on the way. You didn't think I'm hungry? Like
I'm like, all right, pues ya que I'm already here, So I'm just waiting for them and shit. And then we're just playing with them, and they're like, hey, like like. Whoever passed away, where you like this song? Oh, they like the.
You got it.
So some song we played it like 6 times.
6 times?
Yeah.
They asked for it multiple times.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Fuck. Dime que tienen tus ojos.
You got it. Whoever can comment below wins a prize.
Fuck, I forgot the name, but they kept asking for that song.
Okay.
And it got old because they kept repeating songs. Because they gave us a list at the funeral, at the cemetery.
Which can be good and bad.
Yeah.
It could be good and bad.
El Remedio. That's the name of the song.
El Remedio?
Yeah, they kept asking for that.
Oh. Cool.
And, still cabrón, dude.
Well, that's the thing about a list, too. I dig a list if people don't ask.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if you go to a gig and then they give you a list, and because we played at, I don't know if you were there, I think, went to this house where they wanted a list of songs. They gave us, like, a college rule 36-line, like piece of paper, and it had, like, song after song after song after song.
Yeah.
And it had a back page, song after song. Like, they wanted it in that order. But during the gig, people were like, no, pues, échense esta. Échate esta. And then they were just like asking for all these songs, but the owner was like specifically like, do not play anything that It was like, this is my party and I want to hear these songs. And like we're like, fuck. So like people would be like, pues no, la venia bendita. And we're like, dun 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 dun. We had to go into the next track list.
And then I would say the roast you, they're like, ¿se la saben o no? I'm like,
I hate that shit, bro. Because like we're all like, pues nos dieron lista, and it was like, no, pues toquense esta. And I'm like, motherfucker, you paying?
Yeah, that's it.
Because, it's true. They start roasting. Se la saben o no? I've had that before, too. Oh, thinking back. There's a quick little story. We played El Pulpo in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I went with Aguila, shout out. This is a while back. I went there, and we played, and I remember I was on bass, If anybody's ever been to El Pulpo in Dallas, or for who those of you who don't know, their planta is like late, bro.
Yeah, it's like at 1 or 12, right?
Yeah, it's like at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 or 12. I don't know. But point is, it's like an hour and a half, but it's at 11 or 12 at night. You know what I mean? So that restaurant, like, you know, you're on the stage, they have lights. So I like playing there because it kind of gives you that feel of you're like in a stage. And
Well,
they have
it's a
this
stage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like,
and it's like fucking elevated too.
yeah, you're elevated, you're above people. So it kind of feels cool. Like, I like the vibe that's in there. And most of the time, people there are specifically there to watch the mariachi that's usually there, which is Michoacan?
Michoacan, yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones that play there, and sometimes we've covered for them. So like we'll play like all these gigs, and then at the end of the night, like our boss is like, yeah, we're going to El Pulpo. We're like, oh shit, okay. Like, I'm cool with playing there, but I remember specifically, I went there with Aguilas, and we were there. We were all set up, and we played and everything. And there was people, like, I guess people there are used to giving like napkins. They'll write on a napkin, and then they'll just pass it up, and then you know, it reaches the stage, and we'll just have like a table of napkins. So really, we just pick up napkins. But so many people ask for songs. So I remember specifically, there was a guy that said like "Saludos para los de Michoacán" or whatever. Like, you know, they want you to say that, and I was like, "Qué raro tiene." And then like another one was like, "Qué re raro tiene," and it was the same handwriting. And then the last one was like, "Se la saben o no? Qué raro tiene." Like, they didn't know how to spell. It was all fucked. It was like, "Qué de raro tiene," and I'm like, "Qué güey?" But they wrote it 3 different times. Like, "Se la saben o no? Se la van a echar o no?"
What the fuck?
Yeah, but they were all misspelled and shit. I'm like, so eventually we ended up playing for that guy. But that motherfucker was just like, every song that goes by, he's like, "These motherfuckers did not get my note." They just write another one and fucking toss it up there. Like, how many napkins did you have?
That's funny.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, people will ask for stuff, and you just, especially like there's a list. Like, it could be good and bad. So this guy had a list for the funeral.
Yeah, and I mean, we weren't like that strict, you know. They asked for a song, we're like, all right, let's go with that one.
Oh, so yeah, just played whatever.
Yeah. No, I was gonna throw hands, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Why?
With this fucking kid.
Oh shit, a kid.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Me van a putear, güey. I kept looking at him like, sácate, pinche niño.
Oh shit.
No, it's cause, okay, I have 2 basses, right?
2 guitarrones?
Yeah.
Okay.
One was they're both good and fucking expensive, you know?
Yeah, they're expensive.
And I just got this one back. I got this Ruben Morales, and I got it back, right? Like, I got some stuff done to it. And that was like my first gig with it too, I think.
Yeah, you had just recently gotten like fixed up.
Right?
Yeah.
So this fucking kid, like, está corriendo, he's playing with his friends or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, no sé si me agarró confianza or he thought it was cool.
He thought you were cool with it?
Yeah, but he just ran by me and he fucking slapped my bass. Like,
slapped it?
Like, he straight up went, he's like running, right? And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, 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 and he just what fucking pissed me off, he looked back at me and he was just smiling. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what the fuck. I'm just looking at him the whole time. I'm like, right?
Well, it's because you can't really tell him nothing. Or you can, obviously. Like, I've told kids, like, hey, watch out, you know, whatever. Yeah. But, like, you can't fuck up a kid.
he didn't give me a chance because he kept, like, swooping by and he's just like, I'm like.
Because those kids don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Dude. They're zooming by like fucking flashes, like, vroom, vroom.
Yeah, he did like 3 times. And then, like, the 4th time he was coming, I fucking tripped him.
Oh,
like,
shit.
I had to, bro. Like, it was pissing me off.
You had your leg out?
Yeah, I was just like, I did that thing, you know, where I'm just like, I just kind of like raise it.
You did it low key, like incognito, like you didn't make it obvious.
Yeah, it's because he walked so close by me. Like, all I had to do was turn my foot, you know?
You were like, oops.
Pretty much. I mean, he didn't do anything to him. He just kind of like stumbled. It's
because kids don't do it, like... A kid could have broken his arm and be like, "I'm fine." And he just kept running and playing.
No, but I think he got the message. Cause I started looking at him like,
what the
like they were players like holding me back. I'm like, no way, like.
Just fuck up a little kid like in Step Brothers. Oh, you probably never seen Step Brothers.
No, I have seen it, I think.
Yeah, that's just like you just fuck up all the kids, dude. Like Will Ferrell.
I'm just like, it's still like he kept doing it, bro. Like his little smile at the end is what was ticking me off. Like he knew what he was doing, you know.
Yeah. He's like, you're not gonna do shit, and you're just like,
right.
give the kid a nosebleed or something. Kid's like,
full swing, dude. Just
yeah, dude.
No, we never heard a kid, but this kid was pissing me off.
It's because that's the thing. Kids don't have a filter sometimes. Most adults will be like, "Oh, okay, you know, these are instruments. I probably shouldn't be close enough to even like rub up against them or anything." You know, like especially you as a harp player. You know, when you do play harp, like you know, it's a big instrument, and like even I do this, but like the curiosity in you will want you to go like because you just want to hear that sound. You never see a harp usually in mariachi. Yeah, you know you just want to play the strings, but like other people are like, "Hey, charpa," or you know, like it's a big instrument, you know, and just not give a fuck, you know. And it's like, dude, like these instruments cost as much as like a car. Like
whoa, what?
They do, dude. On Facebook, a guitarron like for $2,000-$2,500.
I'm not gonna buy that.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that's the asking price.
Yeah.
For you know, even a vihuela. You know, when I started buying vihuelas, back then I used to think 800 was expensive. Now you're seeing them at like 1,200, 1,300, which is like,
fuck.
Yeah, dude. It depends. You know, if it's older, you know, the condition y todo el pedo. But I kind of got out of buying them so much because I was like, dude, like they're expensive, man. Like, and especially right now when people don't got money because of the pandemic and everything, it's like a lot of people don't have money to be buying these vihuelas. You know, they're just too expensive. Like that's why I kind of just kept this one. It's the one I like. It's the one I'm working with. You know, maybe later on I'll buy more, but it's just it's a lot for an instrument, and especially like for you, you know, if you break it, then it costs to fix. You know, there's a lot of maintenance that goes into upkeeping these instruments. Y todo para tocar mariachi loco, güey. Like,
right?
All this just to play that damn song. But these really are like our instruments, like to make money with, you know. So
especially because, like, you know, even when you try to take care of them, there's something happens that it's out of your control. Even if it's like a little thing, sometimes like it dents and you're like, fuck, you know, like it hurts.
That or the weather can affect it, you know. The placement that you had it in, like in the vehicle you were in, you know, you like for you've broken a peg before because it landed like on the peg, but like
it dropped it.
It got dropped. But either way, like that's out of your control, you know. Yeah. And the next thing you know, you got to get it fixed. You know, that's what I'm saying. So like,
that's why this little kids are making me mad. I'm like, you don't know what you're hitting, bro. This is worth more than you right now.
This is more than your life, little kid.
Yeah, I wanted to fuck him up. Well, I'm not violent, but
you kind of tripped him. What if you broke his leg?
Okay, you know, it was like a little trip. He didn't even fall. He just kind of like stumbled.
Kid has a concussion on the ground. You're like, I didn't see nothing.
He did like the little scorpion, you know, when you fall. Like
with the legs up in the air. Yeah, he did the scorpion. Oh, shit's funny.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then we were just playing that gig, and then we finished, right?
Yeah.
And it's really funny because everyone was like on the van because we're like leaving.
Because it was a 2-hour gig originally.
We don't do it. Like this group doesn't have any like exit song. You know how we have like La Culebra, thank you. We were just like, well, gracias, and then we started walking away. Like, on the van. I'm like,
home?
Yeah, like home. Like, nombre, que se otra hora. I'm like,
¿Así?
All right, you know, we're playing, and then no quieren comer. I'm like, nah, we're good. And then we're playing again. We're chilling. We're vibing. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I was supposed to see someone. So, like, I'm like.
You had plans?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. And then we finished that hour. And they're like, otra hora, you know? Like,
oh, shit.
Otra hora. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, ¿dónde trabajan? Like, inviten. Because then now it's 4 hours.
At this point, yeah,
that's
it's 4
like,
hours.
I don't know. It was a small group, so let's say they're charging like 500, 600.
How many people?
8.
I mean, that's just
3 harmonias, 2 trumpets, and then 2 violins. 7.
Oh, okay, 7. Okay, cool.
Right? So we're playing, we're chilling. We finished that hour, and they're like, no, pues otra hora. I'm like, oh, fuck. I think to the 5th hour, I told the guy, like, hey, like, I have to do stuff, you know.
It's because you can't, that's not something you expect.
Yeah.
A guy says you got 2 hours, turns into how many at this point?
We're on the 5th hour.
We're on the 5th hour. Like, yeah, I mean, I'd be the same thing. It's a Tuesday, which is usually not a day you do chambas, you know. It's, well, at least for us anyway. But, you know, it'd be kind of random to go from 2 to 5, like, right like that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, if you have plans anterior, you're like, fuck. So now what?
So like, yeah. So during that hour, I'm like, fuck. Like I can't stay. And then it was getting cold as fuck because it was outside. Yeah.
Sheesh.
So I told this guy during the gig like, hey, like, parece que van a querer más, you know, because they keep fucking bringing us back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you should call someone else to like come. You know, we're in Fort Worth, so like maybe you should get like another bass player to come. He's like, well, I don't know if it's for sure though. I'm like, no le haces, just like, you know, have someone on backup.
Yeah, because I'm trying to dip.
Yeah, because I told him like, dude, like I already like missed some of the stuff I was supposed to do today. Like she was like, you know, I have to go after this, you know. And then sure enough, we're finished, and they're like, on the van, you know, like I'm like, oh, it's too late.
You're all todo puteado, like.
No, like, I was fine, but I was just like, you know, I have stuff to do.
Yeah,
it was stressing me out
because
I had to take like a test, because I'm back in school.
You're telling
school kids.
Yeah, right. You're telling them like it's either this money, this dinero right now, or my life's education.
Yeah.
What is it gonna be for you? Like telling the boss,
yeah.
look, I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
Like I want to be president. Like you are stopping me from becoming president of the United States.
I mean, I can't be president because of other things. But yeah.
Unrelated.
He's like, no, güey, no pasa nada, quédate. I'm like, bro, like this, I haven't studied yet. Like, I have to like go over my shit and then take the test.
Like, I'm all dumb right now.
Yeah. I thought I had time, okay? And he's like, nah, güey, quédate. Or like, and he's like, deja tu guitarrón. I'm like, nah, mames, güey.
So y'all want to fuck up my guitarrón? Yeah. And y'all want to keep it?
Which, I mean, with the, I've worked with that guy before. Like, he's a cool guy, you know. Like, I would trust him with my bass, but I know that sometimes stuff happens, you know. Like I said, sometimes it's beyond your control, and I'd rather it break with me, you know,
than with someone else. Yeah, that's true.
Like I don't want to like have, you know, like misunderstandings or like, you know, like something happens and I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Is that kind of how you feel about your instruments? Because that's a good topic. Like, sometimes like me, if I know the person very well or something like that, usually, I'll let them borrow my instrument.
Yeah, exactly. Like I will let you borrow one. You know, you let me borrow some.
Yeah, I'll let you borrow vihuelas.
The last time, but
all right, right? Let's bring that up. No.
Shit.
No, but yeah, you're right. Like usually with someone that you understand, you know them, you know, it's harder. Like because there's a lot of people in the Mariachi community that you know, like you just know them, right? It's harder to lend them to them just because, you know, they're not as familiar. You're not as familiar with them. And then you have to figure out a plan to get it back. And, you know, you don't know the way they play. What if they scratch up your vihuela?
Yeah.
From the back on my green vihuela.
Like, ¿qué fue, güey?
Victor. I mean, I'm not going to say who it is, but his name was...
But what the fuck, bigger?
His name was... it rhymes with Victor Mestrada.
What?
I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like usually you let them borrow with someone you know, because I mean at the end of the day they're expensive instruments, you know, like you know, if it's like you said, someone else breaks it, like fuck. But if you break it, at least it was you. Yeah. And you're like shit, well now I got to get it repaired or whatever.
Exactly.
But that's very true.
You know, it's very hard to like, especially because they're instruments that they're hard to get or like a good sound, you know.
That's true.
So it's like you have a good sounding instrument and like someone breaks it, like fuck.
This guy,
like, especially, hold on. Especially because I mean, what can they say, you know? Like, and I'm sorry, it's not gonna fix anything, you know. Right. If it's not fixable, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, if they just like, you know, God forbid, you know, but what if they just completely break your instrument? Yeah. Like, what? You're down money and you're down that instrument. Like, you don't have that instrument anymore that was badass or it felt good or, you know, it's just a lot to consider when it comes to that.
Yeah. So I'm like. I mean, like I said, I knew this guy from a while back. We used to work together. We worked together for like a year. Right. And like, you know, you were cool and everything, but I just can't, you know. Yeah, I don't have that trust because I haven't talked to you in a while. And like, you know, I just don't feel it. Right. It's all about feel, you know. Like, you don't feel it, it's porque algo va a pasar. So right. I'm just like, I can't, bro. And he's like, ándale, güey, no pasa nada. And I'm like, sí pasa, bro. Like,
you don't understand.
Yeah. And then he's like, nah, it's cool. And then I left. But, I left. I left on the 6 hour. Because the 6 hour, I was like, fuck. You know, I'm barely making. I think it was like 6 or 7 p.m. by this point. Yeah. And I'm just like, I told him, like, hey, this is gonna have to be my last hour. Because apenas, like, I'm barely gonna make it, you know.
Like, for all the stuff I had planned. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
I mean, some stuff was already canceled, so it's just like
Right.
full. And yeah, it was like a ring, it was tugged out. Some other guy came in and they kept
Yeah,
working.
it was like a tag team match
Yeah.
because like you walked out and the guy's like he walked
Pretty
in.
much.
That's
So-
kind of cool. I've never heard that. Like someone come replace you. It's like a what's it called? It's like a ringer. It's just someone to come replace you real quick. I gotta leave, but someone else tags back in. They're like, "Hey, what up?" And then whoever was playing Vihuela was like, "Wait a minute,
Yeah.
that's not wait." And you just see you like, get
Yeah,
the fuck
dude.
out of there. Yeah.
So that happened, and then I just got in the car. I'm like, I just played 6 hours on a Tuesday, dude. Like,
Yeah, that's why when you sent me a snap, you're like, "No, is this 2 hour gig turned into 6 hours?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Ay, way!" I was just chilling on my couch, like, "Damn, me cortaste, güey." He's like,
I thought of you. I'm like,
"Invita, güey."
maybe you should call Sammy. But I was
Mhm.
like, nah, no, I can't. And then he's like, oh, I got this guy. I'm like, oh, cool.
Mm. And I'm just over here like all poor. He's like, "You know what would sound good right now? Like 6 hours of work." Shit. Yo acá todo pobre, dude. No mames.
No, yeah, that happened to me. And I'm like,
I mean, but that's the thing about maromeando. I mean, you don't know what it's gonna be. It's very unexpected. You don't know what's gonna go down.
Yeah, to be honest. And
Hey, but it's extra money. You got paid.
I'm like, oh, that reminds me.
Call the guy.
Right now, don't tell me Feria.
He's like, you can just send it to me, money order, whatever. Just please send it. He's like, the light bill's due right now. So
For real.
you get home and todo está pagado, güey. Fuck.
Like the one gig.
Yeah, like the last week's gig where all the lights were off.
But yeah, that was Tuesday for me. And then,
Pretty eventful Tuesday, I guess.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any more gigs up until Friday.
Friday we had the planta.
Friday we had the planta, and like I said, it's funny now. Oh, I think we said it on here before, but the restaurant, like, it's almost like they know we're gonna be late.
Yeah.
Because we're supposed to start at 8. Way back in the day, we started at 7:30, but I think it just ended up being better for everybody at 8, so we kind of moved it up 30 minutes, right? But we always end up starting a little bit later, just because when we got there was nobody there, dude.
Oh yeah.
And nobody was
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there. And it's funny because when we're like that, we're like, "Ay, wait, nobody's here." And then Saul, or a violin player, put up a picture of Bernie Sanders sitting down.
Oh yeah.
Dude, at least Bernie came. He's just
So
chilling.
y'all put Bernie everywhere but in office. What the fuck?
Right, I saw that. But yeah, dude, like there was nobody there, but it's kind of like they expected already, because like, yeah, come 8:20, 8:15, like people start showing up, and next thing you know, there wasn't a lot of people, but there wasn't enough people to create like an ambiente. There's people there, and a lot of people that ended up turning out. A lot of friends. Shout out to all of them. Because apparently y'all went to play a gig, no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, played for some
fuck.
important guy or some shit.
Some guy from the district. I just know his name is like Jacinto Ramos.
Yeah, you guys did a gig for him.
He's like from the school board. I don't know if it's school board or I don't know. I don't know the guy. I've only seen
He's
him.
like, "I went to get paid, bro."
Yeah, pretty much. I've seen him like when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if his kid was in my grade or like a grade lower.
Oh, you knew his kid?
I didn't know his kid, but I knew who he was.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like he would come by and like he would even watch the Mariachi.
The podcast?
He would watch the Northside group and
back in high school?
yeah, I guess he
Okay.
shouldn't be involved. I don't know.
Okay,
But
cool. I see.
he wanted like a little. He's campaigning for something. If I'm right or wrong.
So it's
I
like a
don't
promo vid?
know. Yeah, he was making a little promo vid. So
okay.
he had us play in front of that mural with the Northside.
Oh, yeah. For you guys that don't know, we used to play in Northside High School here in Fort Worth. And when we didn't get to be on the mural,
Yeah,
I guess, yeah, nos cortaron. So my little brother and my little sister are on there. But
Yeah.
they did like a mural here in Fort Worth where it's like the whole Northside Mariachi. It's like a snapshot of them. But it's really nicely painted. It's kind of crazy how they can do like shit like that. I can't even draw like stick figures, bro. Like without the smiley face being like todo torcida.
Cool.
Like
You're
they can
really
do that.
bad.
They can draw badass. I can't do that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So y'all played in front of that thing?
Yeah. And it was really cool because it was on like Northside kids.
Mm. You all right?
Yeah, it was all people from Northside, so it was kind of cool. Like I don't know where I'm going with this. It was kind of like part of like the community. You know what I mean?
For the Fort Worth greater community.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Something like that.
Well, point is, a lot of them ended up showing up later
Yeah.
at the restaurant, which is kind of cool. Seeing friends again that we've known for a long time. They come out. My sister was there. Shout out. Who bought merch? Oh, I bought the
I'm
merch
like
for
Daisy.
her. No, no, the other one, Lela.
I'm like I forgot her name, Kazi.
Cassie, yeah.
She just drove.
My 9-year-old sister drove to the restaurant. She's like, bet. No, but no, it was chill to see everybody again, and like the restaurant was the restaurant. We ended up. What did you say? There was only like it only takes like one or two clients to really get us to stay there at 1 a.m,
especially when you know them.
Yeah, like this table kept asking. It was that guy that always asked for
La Refinera.
La Refinera. This guy always comes out and he always pays for us and always ends up buying more songs. They're always the same ones, but he always wants to hear them. But
every time he walks in, I'm like, "Va a haber talón."
Yeah, there's gonna be talón, and we ended up staying till 1 a.m, regardless. So, because anytime there's only like a couple of tables, I'm a chingon. I get to go home early, but no, still ended up getting home at 1. Ni pedo, okay. And then the next day, dude, we had 1 fucking hour.
An
hour and a half. My bad. It felt like an hour and a half, or like an hour, like because it was just so little. I look at the calendar and it was all sad and shit. Like I was like, 1 gig by itself. It's todo.
In Sherman.
In Sherman. Oh shit. Sherman, Texas is the farthest point in Texas. I swear to. So Sherman is very far north in the fucking.
It's not even part of the Metroplex, right?
No, fuck no, dude. It's above McKinney, which is like a super far point in Texas. It's very far up. But point is, we went all the way the fuck over there, and it was at this salon. Our boss always tells us like, we're always like, dude, we've never been here. Like, this is new. He's like, vas a ver, güey. As soon as we pull up to the place, you can be like, oh, I've been here before.
And I'm like, no, this is not mono. Oh, we've been here, right?
Yeah. He's always right. Because we pulled up, I was like, oh, yeah, we've been here before. He's like, yeah, it's chingo. He always gets mad at us. But it's because we've been at this restaurant. What the fuck? I'm hungry, bro. I'm hungry, bro. Okay, but we went to we went to this damn salon where every time you go in there, there's no signal. Oh, for you, see?
Oh, I had signal, yeah.
It's because you have what?
AT&T.
Es que yo nací pobre. I have T-Mobile. Wait.
Oh yeah.
At least I don't have Cricket or anything. Those were all like 10 cents.
Even then, that's like. Anyway.
No, but yeah, there's no signal in there for me, so I always have to put my phone in airplane mode. Why does that happen? Why does your phone discharge when it doesn't have signal?
Oh, I think because it turns off for one, your signal, and it turns off your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi.
Why is it working so damn hard? If you can't find signal, ya rindete, way. Just fucking go to sleep.
He's like, I have one job,
which is to look for signal.
Yeah.
I'm doing my damn best over here, and you're over here critiquing me, goddamn it.
So you know what, bro? Freeze.
Yeah. And we didn't even mention this. Our trumpet player didn't come.
Oh yeah.
Don Miguel, I swear, he was at the restaurant the night before, right? Our other trumpet player, other than our boss, he came out for the restaurant, but he always leaves. Did he stay for all of Talon?
No, he left after we finished with Moy, which is the guy.
Oh yeah, the Refinera guy.
Because he was feeling a little under the weather, so he didn't want to make it worse.
Yeah, so he just ended up going home. But usually our boss tells us that night, what time we're meeting tomorrow, what are we gonna wear, what traje or whatever. We usually have a plan after this, right? But since he took off, usually our boss texts everybody too, this is the meeting place, this is what we're wearing. Okay, chingon. Well, anyway, I was the last one to get there for the gig on Saturday. I show up, which my hair was like this because I let it dry naturally, and then Arturo was like, "You look like Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat."
Yeah.
And then who was it? I was like, y'all give me a freaking character every week, dude. Y'all say I look like this guy and then like this guy.
It's because you do, bro. Last week you look like the guy from Game of Thrones, or you look like you could be in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's because I kind of combed it. I don't know what to do with my hair anymore. Anyway, we went to that meeting spot. And Don Miguel wasn't there, so Arturo calls him, hey, because he he'll usually be one of the ones that is late a little bit too. So Arturo calls him. He's like, "De Miguel, ¿dónde anda?" And then he's like, "What do you mean, bro?"
Yeah.
He's on the other line like, "My chamba?" And he's like, "Yeah." Like, le mandé un texto, and he's like, "I didn't get no text, bro." He was probably, I told you, he's probably just chilling like at a pulga with the churro. Like, he's like, "Badass, don't work today, off day, you know." And now Arturo's like, "No, like, yeah, we have an hour and a half right now, you know." Like, he's like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna go." Like,
pues ahí me la platica.
yeah,
I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it to that shit, you know. So he ended up not coming, dude. So it was kind of weird because it was like just 6 of us.
Yeah, it was 6
1,
of
2,
us.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, it was only 6 of no 7 of us
6.
technically. No,
Oh wait, yeah, 6.
1, 2.
Because it was 3 violins
3, 4,
and
5.
then 1
Yeah.
trumpet, 2 harmonias.
Yeah, it looked like a small group, man, but we
Pulled
made
through.
Yeah, we pulled through, and then we also had Yadira shout out came out too. Like,
yeah,
we had like less people. It sucks when this happens because like the group is a lot smaller. It doesn't feel the same, and then the gig was kind of lame too. Like, they weren't asking for much, and it was an hour and a half. And I know you don't like it because you'll look over at me. You'll look over at me, and you're like, "I hate it here." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, bro."
it's because they don't ask for good songs.
They don't ask for good songs.
Like, that's why I like that one. Oh shit. For that one gig, where that's for Jose Alfredo.
Yeah, because it keeps you on your toes.
That shit was 2 hours, and it
Yeah.
went like that to me, dude.
Yeah,
Like, I love it here.
But these kind of gigs, they just drag.
They're just
so.
kind of looking at you and it's like, give me another. Right? You're not asking for songs. What are you looking at me for?
He's like, that guy's technique sucks.
Right?
You're also
charros, that's what
yeah. Cuando son charros, they're like, that dude fucking sucks.
Or like you do something, I don't know, like either something fancy or you fuck up and it's just like,
right. They're just kind of looking at you like, man, this guy,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, and even if you did something impressive, they'd be like,
no. Oh, there's that guy that goes,
pues.
or sometimes we get like a little table, like some charros.
Yeah.
And like I've seen it, like sometimes I'll do something different, and the guy looks at me, he's like he smiles at me, but
he knows that you did
because he
something.
heard something.
Yeah.
I never know if he likes it or he doesn't like it because he's smiling like to be like cordial.
Yeah, because y'all made eye contact.
Yeah.
So he has to smile.
Yeah, like he can't be like, what the fuck is that?
He's probably thinking like, what the fuck was that, bro?
He just looks at me and I'm like,
He's like, ¿qué crees?
Yeah.
It was trash.
I don't know why I brought that up. It just reminded me of it. I'm like,
it's because it's true. Yeah, like playing with charros, it does. We've talked about this too. Like people that are watching you, they can feel like they're just judging you. Like, and especially like when you fuck up, everybody fucks up. Nobody's perfect, right? When we're playing, right? But when you fuck up, you already feel like you already have like a sense of like, yeah, someone's looking directly at me, you know?
Yeah.
So it does kind of influence your playing a bit,
I kind of like, the reason I do it is because I want to help, Like I feel like, because sometimes I do it like out of like, it's like a reflex, You hear something wrong and you kind of want to fix it. So you should, that's why I do it. Like sometimes you fuck up, I'm just like I try, like now, like I can catch it more, like la despisto más.
Yeah.
Because back then I'm like, what's going on over there?
I'm like, I'm sorry, bro.
Or sometimes like when it would be you and Paco, like one of you guys would fuck up, I'm like, ¿Quién fue? Like,
I'm like, it wasn't me, and then Paco's like, it wasn't me. Well, it was one of you guys.
Yeah, I just look at you guys like, ¿Quién fue? Like,
I was like, it was the violins. It was those fuckers.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just like, it's my head. I'm like, I want to fix it.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Well, there was no charros at this quince. It was dead. Everybody was just whatever. And then I don't like that venue either because it's like this big warehouse. So like the sound bounces off very weird. Don Miguel doesn't like playing. So like if he would have gone, he would have been pissed because he's like, no.
He already knew it was there. So he's
yeah,
like, you know what?
That's why he didn't go, bro. He was like, no, we're playing in Sherman at that one salon. Nah, no way are you. No way are you.
Se me va a hacer el menso, like.
Yeah, right. Right. He's at home, like he knows.
Arturo's like, oh, he's doing that.
He realized.
He's like putting it together.
Yeah. Don Miguel specifically told me about that place. I was like, no oigo nada, no oigo la guitarra ni nada, ni los violines. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's true. Like everything bounces off weird here, so like everything sounds like an echo in a way. So that's probably why he didn't go. He didn't go. He was like, I ain't going to that fucking place. He looked up the address. He looked up the address and he's like, nah, ni mergas, I'm not gonna go.
I'm gonna take a nap.
He went to go play with someone else. He's like, dude,
I heard, bro.
He's like, these guys have 5 hours. Nah, apparently it's rough for everybody. I've heard.
Yeah.
You know, it's rough right now. It's a slow season. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's January.
Pero 5 de Mayo and Dia de las Madres, everybody's like, that SpongeBob meme, like,
like Yahweh.
Yeah, dude, Yahweh. Like, stop, he's already dead.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, man, it was an alright gig, and I ended up leaving early. Like, again, I got home early. My dog was like, "The fuck you doing here?"
Turn on the TV, goddamn it.
Yeah, dude. They're all like in the middle of Breaking Bad season 4. They're like, "Fuck, I gotta turn this off." You know.
For real.
¿Qué va a pasar?
It's all good stuff, man.
Yeah, and then it was funny because on our way out, he dropped us off at their meeting place, like our boss. He drops us off. We're about to leave, and then Yadira goes to the front seat, and we're all like, "Where y'all going?" And we're all like, "Where y'all going, bro?" Like, it was like, "What? Y'all are gonna go gig?" He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna go play with this other group like that asked for like needed help." Me cortaste, güey. So they like cheated on us, bro, because they all like went to go play with someone else, and then I saw them on Instagram or like Facebook live videos later. I was like, the disrespect, bro, for them to go gig without us.
No, I was happy, to be honest.
You were happy?
It's cool to have a Saturday off, especially because I know se va a poner cabrón.
Yeah, later on. Yeah, you might as well enjoy what you have now.
I'm enjoying it, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, it was fine. Like I said, it's everybody has their different seasons of mariachi, and that's what it is right now, the slow season.
You gotta appreciate what you get, man.
Yeah, because like I said, once May starts coming around, you're gonna start like freaking out.
Yeah, and then we start bitching. It's too much work, and it's like, dude, see or no?
¿Quieres o no?
Yeah.
Right. No, but yeah, man. We're just taking it one day at a time, you know, and we'll see how this goes as this progresses, you know, in this new year. We'll see how next week goes too. I think we only have like one gig, 2 tomorrow or next week or this week. Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah. For real?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Yeah. Which means like I'm gonna call my mortgage like, hey guys, ¿qué creen? Can y'all like chill for 1 month? They're like, chill. they're like sitting on money.
Yeah.
Chill. It's like I expected on the first fucker. And not one.
They're like, how about y'all chill outside, huh?
Right? Just chill in a homeless one.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of that house. This is my house.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
So he's like, y'all didn't pay, right? I'm good.
And Cap is like, I'm going back. My cat is like, I'm going back to the streets. Fuck y'all. He's like, I liked it out here.
Bro, he's like getting the squirrel. He's like, miss this shit, bro.
Fucking dumpster diving.
Yeah. Right? He's like
eating whole like what is it? A corn on the cob. You know, like when you eat a corn on the cob and there's still like little pieces.
Yeah.
Like the ones you couldn't get. My cat's like, this is my favorite, bro.
Yeah. He's just eating like a leftover pizza. Like,
yeah, dude. All to himself. Nah, I'm sure he'd love that shit.
He's like, I could go for some dessert. He's like, he goes to McDonald's.
Es capaz.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Charro chat. We still need to make an intro for that.
I thought you already had that one.
I didn't. We need to make a little intro song so we can get into Charro chat.
Like, what's this wee shit, bro?
I gotta do it.
Yeah. You're the one with the better voice. We just talked about this.
Do it again. Oh, okay. Let's get into Charro chat. At Naxeli _H says, is there a traje you dread wearing either because of the size or the color?
I'm sorry, boss, in advance.
Right. Our boss is like, what's it gonna be, guys?
I really hate my blue suit, man.
Yeah, the blue suit. Even though it's the most like new traje we have, it looks nice. Like the traje is nice. I like the color scheme and everything, but It just doesn't like. I think everybody has a complaint about that suit.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's not for me. Like it's not made.
Yeah, none
like,
of these suits were made for us
like,
specifically.
I think even the guy that had it before me had some complaints with it. Cause for me, dude, it has like the smallest crotch area.
Maybe it's not small,
it's
and it's
super
just
tight.
it's small for you because you have a.
Well, it's not because all the two other ones that I have are perfect. Well, not as perfect, but like the legs are tighter. Especially now that I'm gaining more weight. Like it's like this. I'm dying, and then it's a small crotch area, so it's like lower on my hips. So like la camisa se me sale por atrás.
So what I'm hearing is you have a humongous crotch, and it doesn't fit your humongous crotch.
That's good. Wait.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, like when it's tight in that area, it sucks. You can't move.
Yeah.
And then like when your pants like sag a little bit, you like raise them up.
Yeah.
But if it's
You
not
can't do
fitted
that.
properly, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You'll try to raise them, and they're like, "We're not going anywhere,
Either
bro."
that or your nuts are like,
Right there, todos torcidos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's us as males. I don't know how it is for females.
The anatomy of the male species.
Yeah, this is a science podcast.
The way that we're made.
The way that we're built. We need room down there. For us to
Breathe.
not breathe, but like just to have movement. You know what I mean? And if we don't have that movement, it's hard like to move. So it hurts, right? So if there's no area in the crotch area, what sucks is that like everything's tighter. You can't raise your pants, and then you just don't play comfortably.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
And then like my jacket is big, so like I look like a freaking cono. It's like,
Like a V,
yeah,
kind of, yeah.
Because even my sleeves are big. Like my sleeves me alcanzan como hasta aquí, so it feels like a sweater. I just look like this big thing.
It's because we have very different proportions. Like you're slim and you're tall, but like nobody in the group is like that other than one of our violin players that is slim and tall.
Yeah.
But even then, you're thicker than he is. You know what I mean? He's got a skinnier frame. And then like when I joined this group, man, like that we used to wear a whole bunch of other trajes. We had like the brown one. We had another brown one. We had a black that had like hilo on the side. We had the rose one. We always say it's like the reina's traje because it has like roses.
Yeah.
It has like straight up roses on it.
I had that jacket.
Yeah. So we always had all these trajes, but all the people that got fitted for those trajes aren't in the group anymore. So a lot of the traje that you get is like pieces of another one and another one. So it's never like proportionate.
Yeah.
So like the issues you have with your blue one are like separate from mine. My jacket's okay. My vest is tiny, and then my pants are big. So like everything is like not working. Like they're just pieced together, So that's the reason I kind of dread that one a little bit more, because everything just looks awkward. And obviously, you know how they say look good, feel good? Like if you feel like you don't look good or that it fits you correctly, it does affect you in some way.
I feel like I look good if I stand still. Once I start moving, like like I can feel my legs struggling just to even take a step,
And then it's funny because like you mentioned it, but like your shirt comes out a little bit. It looks like you have a cape.
Yeah, dude, I can't like
a white cape.
Anything. Every move I make, my shirt's like
untucked.
It's
like where we going? And the shirt starts coming
pretty
out.
Much. And I look at thinking I look fine. And I look in the mirror, and it's like chipañal.
Oh, that's the worst feeling, dude. Like when you think you look good, and then you go to the bathroom, and you're like, "No, mommies, dude, I look like this."
Yeah,
fucking hair.
No one told me.
Nobody. My friends are the worst. They couldn't say like, "Hey, bro, you look kind of funny." You could have said something. Mentioned.
You look worse than usual. What the fuck?
Like you usually look bad, but you look worse now.
Yeah.
They just tell me that, bro.
It's like you're ugly, bro, but at least you look decent. Now you're just you're a fucking mess.
You're a mess.
Yeah.
Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Nah, but yeah, that's true. For me, it's just the blue traje we have right now, and it's also because like the black one I ordered for myself, the white one I ordered for myself, so they fit me a little bit better. But that's the thing about the proportions and the guys in this group. I'm thick, bro. So like all the guys before me are like.
Yeah,
very top heavy.
Generation was very
top heavy,
but they were also kind of small. Like they were all like
small guys.
They all had the same frame as Arturo.
exactly. But they're a little bit thicker up here, and then their legs are like chicken legs, dude. They're all like they're thin,
You
bro.
just gonna roast them like
I'm
that?
gonna just roast them like that, bro, because they all have little legs, dude. You look at them, and I could put my hands. I have little hands, like to put their hands around their whole thigh. I could do that. Now with mine, I need like 3 or 4 of my hands.
I need like 3.
I got some space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need that space. I need that openness. But all these dudes were built like they were built like they're gonna fall over, like nutcrackers.
Still at the.
You know how they're really thick and the little wooden legs. Yeah, it's like nutcrackers, dude. So I'm built different. So I'm not gonna fit into all these trajes that they had before. Unless you get them altered and stuff. But
Even then, you can't. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, exactly. So for us, it's just that I guess to answer the question, it'd probably be that blue traje for many reasons, but mostly because they don't fit. That's just what happens.
Arturo's like, así. Sorry.
Right?
Arturo.
He just like takes them all back. Ungrateful ass. We have Peter Jr. No, or Pete Jr. That's how you say it. Pete Jr. 1. Have someone from your group interview you guys. What do you guys want to hear? It's just us. We've already kind of told our story in the pilot in a way. Unless you guys want an episode like that, I mean, that'd be cool. Just let us know. Write it in the comments. But I think that'd be cool. At DLOBKR says, Victor, what would you rather play permanently? Guitarrón or harp?
No, right, guitar. I like playing guitarrón, man. I feel like I have a lot more significance. Obviously I like playing bass.
Yeah, it's good.
Harp, it's great. It's very cool to play and all, but I mean it's just a hassle. Like I have to carry everywhere. It's very easy for it to get dented. So like I think I've said this before. I like the thing that I do now. I mean I don't play harp anymore because I cut my nails. Feels great. But I used to just play bass, in Allende, and then like every other week or something, I would do like a little gig with someone that needs a harp. I can do that because every time I miss it, I just have this one gig, and I do the little intros for whatever songs they want.
Yeah.
Or I try to, and se me quitan las ganas así, because playing harp, like the planta, that's just I've done it before, and it's just not a good. Like I didn't enjoy it as much,
It's because I mean you got to be the shit when you're guitarrón. Like you got to be on your shit. Like you know what I mean. Like just like you said.
I'm sorry.
Wait. No, I mean like you got to be like the guy. You're the one that has to keep the beat, keep the tempo. Like we rely on you a lot of the time.
That's all you, Sam. To be honest.
No, I can't do a gig
sorry,
like without the guitarrón. Like the guitarrón. Like if I had a bad bass player, it makes me sound bad. You know what I mean? I guess it works the other way around. But for me, like the guitarrón is very important. So like, you need to be solid. Like on the bass.
Oh, you think I'm solid?
I mean, I didn't say all that,
bro. But yeah, and I mean on harp, I always feel like I don't think I've said this before, but it does grind my gears a lot when they make me record shit.
Record shit?
Yeah, I've had that. Like sometimes I'm playing harp, and sometimes we'll do like zapateados where we put a dance or like cumbias or something. And then like the guy's like he goes live on Facebook or some shit, and he's like, "Here, record." I don't know why that sounds so disrespectful to me. Like I have nothing better to do. Like
it's like do harp stuff. Do harp stuff.
Well, I am. I'm doing like stuff and stuff, but he's like, I guess people just think like harp is just like a secondary thing. It's not as important as the other things. So it's like do something else that will actually matter. That's what.
Oh, I see.
That's what it sounds to me. Like I don't.
You weren't important in the rest, but like now you are.
Yeah, like you don't. You're just playing bass lines. Like that's it. And a lot of groups, I'm not gonna. Mainly because it's every group that I play with has done it to me. I'm always like, dude, like I don't know. I know I see their point of view, but at the same time, for me, I'm like, I have, like, this is what you think of me,
I have more value, guys.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And that was grinding my gears for some reason. That's just my thinking, If you wanna come at me, come at me. All right, you already know my opinion. I'm going to leave you in red. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro, you okay?
Not really.
You're like,
right. But yeah, man, bass, 100%.
Okay, cool. I'm like,
Bro.
making me nervous over here. I'm all scared and shit. That guy Mark says, any of y'all ever felt like you want to stop playing because you're not feeling the gigs anymore? I feel like we all have those feelings. Like, it takes one gig to really be like, fuck this. Like, playing gigs sucks. You know, is it really worth the money? Like, is it really worth me staying here at 12, 1 in the morning? I feel like we all have those thoughts. But I've seen it time and time and again where I've seen like a lot of people like play mariachi and they say they'll retire or whatever, and then they'll just end up coming back. Because I feel like us as musicians, we can never physically stop. You know what I mean? Like, you can stop cold turkey and be like, I'm never playing again. Okay, and you stop. But you'll always have that feeling of like, I liked going to like random place. I liked playing. I liked, getting money at the end of it, hanging out with friends, playing with them. Like, I feel like you'll always have that mentality no matter what. So like for me personally, like I've had those thoughts of being like, is this really worth it? But then my wallet's like, Ozzy? I have no cash in there. Like, you should probably play some gigs. No, but I feel like we all have those feelings, but for me personally, like I would rather play than to not play. You know what I mean? But because as much as it takes one gig to be like, I don't want to do this ever again, there's also the gigs that are like, this is why I do it. Like this is fun. This is why I enjoy doing, there's always the worst and there's always the best, So, yeah, I feel like I have those thoughts, but I mean,
cool.
What about you?
I've never had them about gigs. I don't think I've said this before, but to me, I prefer doing like gigs to doing concerts or events. I like the feeling of gigging or being at a house and just like having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it a lot more compared to like, because I've done like concerts or like competitions, and all the fear I feel is like just the pressure of playing something right.
And if you don't get it right that moment, like
you
you're fucked.
Feel like shit.
Yeah, you feel like shit. Yeah.
So like the pressure of all that, like I've never really like felt that it's a good thing for me. I always felt comfortable playing at gigs. It's just like doing your thing, having fun, enjoying the music. Because you're more like at stuff like that. You're more focused on playing right, or like
right.
Just fake smiling, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So it's never been gigs for me, but it has been people.
What do you mean?
Sometimes music is great and everything, but sometimes there's people that kind of make it hard for you. Like whether it be someone in a group,
true,
or someone like clients. They're like assholes, and it's like, dude, what the fuck?
I mean, it happens a lot, dude. Like we've said it on here too. Like teachers can do that to you. Like the leader of the groups, or just the guy in your section. A lot of people can ruin it for you.
Yeah.
You like mariachi, but you don't like when these people are specifically doing mariachi with you or whatever.
Yeah, and
that can ruin it for you.
Yeah, that has made me be like, you know what, like fuck this, cause I've only been in the mariachi community, but a lot of people out there are very toxic, they're very like drama, They're just trying to start something, and they're like, yeah, like this guy did this, this guy sounds like shit.
Or like the guys that just think they're the best, they come out and they're like, I play better than you. I'm like, well,
that's
good
cool
for
dude.
you.
Like, you ready to play this quince? It's people like that are like, like I love the music, but the people sometimes just like
ruin it for you.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
Yeah, like I said, like everybody has these thoughts, like whether it be good or bad, but at the end of the day, like I just try to do my thing. I think Victor's the same way. He does his thing. We go to gigs and we try to do our best just to play that performance, not so much focus on all this other shit. Just go out there.
I think at one point, I'm not gonna lie, I think I was like one of those guys who like do like play. Like,
I think everybody has a little bit of that competitiveness in them. I can specifically remember being not así like de marro, that I'm better than you, but you obviously want to be a good player. You want to be a good mariachi player. So we always have that like slight shred of like, I want to be like that. But I think if you really grow up, you realize that it's not worth it. Like none of this shit.
It's not that it's not worth it.
It's not.
It's a little bit impossible, Like stuff's gonna happen all the time. Like
like
the imperfections that it comes with is what makes it perfect in a way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's okay to fuck up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like sometimes shit happens,
Yeah.
But that's what makes like you were still there trying to sound good.
Right.
La intención es lo que cuenta. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. That's very true.
So. Yeah, why are we talking about this? What was the question?
Right, we just went on the No, it was just like the feelings of no gigs anymore.
Right.
But No, you bring up good points. You know, a lot of this goes into mariachi. You know, a lot of these things people have feelings about. Maybe we'll go into it more on an episode. Just straight serious. No laughing.
For real.
Just talking straight shit.
Yeah.
You down or what?
Down.
Next episode.
Oh shit.
Have at Nicole Goose 84 says, have you ever had a bad experience with a well-known mariachi group member? Ooh.
You don't know. Have you?
I can have one. I can talk about it real quick. So I kind of mentioned it in one of like the earlier episodes, but like I've never had most of the people in the mariachi community. Well, from what I've met, you know, even like the professional ones, they're most of the time they just want to use. If you're respectful to them, they'll be respectful to you back.
Yeah,
you know,
they're all pretty cool.
They're all pretty cool, you know, unless you. I would think like if you get on their bad side, obviously, or like you think you're the shit, maybe they might treat you differently. But I always, obviously, those guys, you treat them with respect just because you know they're doing a lot more than you are as far as like in the mariachi world, you know. So a lot of them, that's why they call them like maestro or, you know, and stuff like that, because it's more like a sign of respect, you know, like this guy has done a lot for mariachi music. But this wasn't the case. This was more like back when I was in Texas State, back when I used to play in Texas State, we had Lorenzo Negrete come out to like our yearly. It wasn't a competition. It was like a high school competition, but it was like more of a performance for Texas State, like the group.
Is he related to?
Yeah, he was like the grandson of Jorge Negrete or something like that. Okay. Yeah, or I don't know exactly. Y'all Google it. Not me.
Oh, he's related to him.
He's related to him.
Okay.
Yeah. So he came out and he was gonna be like the recipient of like of some award or some shit that, you know, the school was gonna present to him and this and that. And, you know, usually, like, when there's he was going to sing with us, like, with the Texas State group. He was going to come out and he was going to sing. We were going to do a couple songs with them, like, you know, your average shit, you know. One of them was Granada, I remember. Other ones were, like, Mexico Lindo y Querido, you know, like, shit like that, like, for the crowd, right? Point is, we were supposed to rehearse with this guy, like, at least, like, 2-3 times, you know. That's usually how a performance goes, you know, like, you have a singer. Okay, how are you going to play it? What's the arrangement? You know, what key is it in? When are the cues to stop, to go, and this and that? You know, but we were solely working on the music because that's all we had. We didn't have him there. So we memorized the music. You know, we had all the cues and everything down to us. Now, this guy doesn't show up till like hours before the performance, apparently. So we never got one rehearsal in with him.
Oh, shit.
So we were like, shit, like, what are we gonna do, you know? Mm-hmm. And all I remember is that we were like, well, you know, we'll just do it as like in class, you know, like we'll just, because we used to practice it during class, we'll just do it just like in class, you know. We'll kind of listen to what he does here and there, and you know, we really had to wing it because he never gave us a chance to rehearse it with him. Yeah. And all I remember, dude, is that we were all on stage, we were all ready to go, we played all these songs, we played Ganada, right? He had a completely different thing in mind. So like he was constantly stopping us on stage. Mm-hmm. Like he would look back at us and be like, no, that's not it. Like to the point where like it looked like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Okay. And he was like making it obvious. Like he was like, oh, I hate that shit when someone snaps at you. Like I hate that shit. Anyway, we were doing our best to follow him, dude. We really do. And, you know, Granada's a big song, you know. At the very end of Granada, he was like, you know, it has all these cues, you know, that you have to follow the singer for. But I guess whatever we did wasn't satisfactory to him. Okay. So he was like, no. He like stopped us, like on stage, dude, in the middle of this concert. Okay. And he's like, we're going to do it again because a song needs a proper ending. We were all like, what the fuck? We were all like, what the fuck do we do? We looked like idiots on stage. Like we didn't know how to play shit. He just straight up embarrassed us, dude. We were just like, pues ya que, you know, we just did our best to end the song and play it out and everything. And I think we gave him some trophy and he left it in the hotel room that he was staying at. Yeah. Like he just left it there. He didn't give a fuck. So I just remember thinking that was the most embarrassed I've ever been, like ever, like on stage. And I was just like, well, fuck that guy. Like it just like really like, obviously, we have to do our best to cater to the artist, right? But at the same time, the artist también que no se pase, güey. Like, we've played for people, you know, on stage before, too. Like, just in gigs and stuff like that, and people try to make it seem like you don't know what you're doing, like that they're the expert.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hate that shit, man, because it makes us look like idiots. Like, oh, these guys are incompetent enough to play their own music. Like, look at them, they're dumb. Let's play it again. You know, that's pretty much what it felt like on stage, and all these kids and people in the audience and like educators, and we're all just standing up there like it was so nerve wracking, dude. But luckily, like I said, a lot of the people I've met in Mariachi world have never been like that. They've been pretty chill or respectful. You talk to them, they'll even tell you stories. Like the ones I can remember, like meeting Carlos Martinez. Like, he's cool, man. Who else is cool? Like all the guys from that we've interviewed. So like Tony and Chuy, you know, all those guys. You know, you talk to them, they'll talk back to you. Rigoberto, Pato, even like if you don't piss him off.
Yeah, Pato's very
yeah, like
explosive.
Everybody I've pretty much met in the Mariachi world has been great, you know. So it's awesome just to get to like talk to people like that do all this shit, you know. But man, I will never forget that time on stage, just feeling like an idiot, dude. What are we? Hands are cold. I think we have time for one more. Actually, we don't. I guess we only have time for one more, but it's let's do a Charro confession. Charro confession. This is anonymous, but it says there's a story about a charro that showered at a client's house while on break. I don't know if it's true though.
That's crazy, man.
What the hell? A shower during the gig, during the break. How dirty could you possibly be that you felt the need to shower at someone else's house during the gig?
He was drugged, probably.
No way. But even then, like, I'd be uncomfortable in people's bathrooms, like, just to wash my hands and use the bathroom. This dude made himself comfortable as hell with some soap. Probably their soap, being like, yeah, you know, like, how comfortable can you get?
Like, where'd you put that soap, bro?
Right? Oh, no. Show me where you put it.
He's like, if I show you, I gotta take my pants off. I'm
like, whose towel did he use?
Bro.
It just brings up a lot of questions. Like, did he use conditioner? Like, I'm just thinking, like, how dirty could you be that you felt the need to shower at some, like, no tienen agua en la casa? Or maybe they're all like, shit, I didn't pay the fucking water bill, dude. I either shower now or like next week when they turn it back on.
That's crazy, man. I don't know what to say.
Would you do it?
To be honest, would I do it?
Would you do it?
We mean
what if I bet you my chivo away all the money we made that night
to 1 hour?
Yeah, right. It's not worth it, bro. No, like, would you do it on a dare?
On a dare, no.
Nah, I grew up
on money, yeah.
How much?
Probably like 1K.
1,000. Guys, if we raise $1,000, I will literally record him
showering,
taking a shower.
Oh shit!
I'll censor it. I'm like, but yeah, you would do it. I can't do it, dude.
Yeah, it will to be one of those rich people houses.
And then no, dude, my wife's she's gonna smell me and be like, "Who's the bitch that you put on shampoo?"
She's like,
"That's not mine," you know. She's
like looking for hairs on your suits, like. There's no hairs here. Like, who's the bald bitch? Like,
it's weird. Like, how are you gonna shower there, bro?
I don't know. I've never showered at anyone's house. I don't think about it.
You've only showered at your house?
I've never. Yeah, I mean at hotels.
Oh, I guess yeah.
But like, I don't think I ever like
showered anywhere else. It's weird, man. Even me that I've showered at other people's houses. It's weird. You don't know how to control it. You know, it's not the same as yours. You know, they might have the one with the 3 or the one with the 1. The shower head, a lo mejor está dirty, so like the little hoyos don't come out right, you know, so.
El agua está cafecita.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, so, and then they
That's wild,
like,
man.
Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of variables at play there, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Because what I picture is it's like a house gig for some reason, you know?
Yeah, I would imagine during.
You can imagine the client kind of like, "Hey, no quieren comer, you know, take a break." And this guy's like,
"I see."
This guy's like, "I'm kind of musty." You know?
They're like, he's like, "What's this baño?" He's like, "Oh, sí, adelante." And you just hear the.
La regadera.
Yeah. They're like, "Hey." They're like, "Oh no, but no, it was just it looked really nice."
Right.
Is that real tile?
That's crazy.
Oh man! Hey, kudos to that guy if you actually did that. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, kudos.
Not, I guess to have the balls to do some shit like that. I'm not doing it. I get shot. I can't even wash my hands in there without being nervous, bro. I'm like, where do I wipe my hands? And I'm like,
just be respectful to the house you're at, man.
yeah, obviously. Be respectful to whoever's house you're in. No mames, dude. Don't take a shower there.
They will have todo like peludos.
Yeah, vas a dar todos tus pelos and you know what? Never mind. That's the end of the episode.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for listening to episode 33. Let us know. Actually, let us know. Subscribe, rate, follow, like, rate us on Apple Podcasts. Love you guys. Buy some merch. We still got some shirts. I'm wearing it.
I'm like, feel it?
Yeah, that's the new design. We just haven't. It's not in production yet. Anyway, buy some merch. Follow all the social medias and stuff, and we will see you guys next week. Hopefully, if we're not asleep or something. Anyway, yeah. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, guys. Chisame, güey. Te la amamos. Te lo vamos a meter todos.